All right, well, hello, and welcome to the October Macomb Park Board of Commissioners meeting. And as always, we will start with the approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve.
All right, is there a second? All right, very good. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, and the agenda stands approved. Consideration of and action of the September meeting minutes. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions? All right, hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the minutes stand approved. Bills and transfers and monthly financial statements. Commissioner Ham, please.
Aye, thank you. For the September months, the consolidated fund on hand, we ended the month with $617,114. $35,330 of that was in the capital projects. $576,124 was in the bond retirement, with $5,658 in savings. The revenues for September were $5,700 better than the budget. The expenses were $6,949 less than the budget, which means we ended the month $12,649 better than the budget expectations. For year to date, we are at around $162,616 better than the budget. For general fund, we ended September with $630,684 cash on hand, $627,997 in the general fund, and $2,686 in savings. So the revenues ended the month $4,430 better than budget. However, expenses for the month ran $18,309 more than budget. So overall, at the end of the month, we were $13,879 less than the budget projections. Still, for the year to date, we are ahead $71,808 above the budget projections. Corporate, we ended the month $144 below budget projections. Year to date is $39,564 ahead of the budget. Recreation, overall for the month, $4,153 better than budget. For the year to date, that is $5,327 ahead of the budget projections. For Lakeview, overall for the month, we ended $22 better than budget. Year to date is $1,714 ahead of budget. Ball 4, the month ended $2,302 better than budget. For the year to date, that is $3,518 below the budget expectations. While special rec overall end of the month, $1,614 better than the budget projections. The year to date is $15,606 better than budget. The police overall for the month was $158 below budget. The year to date is $1,579 ahead of the budget. For payroll, the wages ended the month $2,461 below the budget, and year to date is $52,495 below budget. I'd like to just note that we did receive the fourth tax distribution on September 21st, amount of $380,504. Which leaves approximately 10% still remaining.
Okay. Thank you, Russ. Any questions for Commissioner Ham? All right, if there are no questions, as a motion to approve the bills and transfers and monthly financial statements.
Make a motion to approve the bills and.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. A roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Weiss.
Aye.
Commissioner Edwards.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamage.
Aye.
Commissioner Ham.
Aye.
Commissioner Selders.
Aye.
And the bills and transfers and monthly financial statements stand approved as published. All right, we do have a lot of folks here, but no one here for open public presentations to the commissioners. So we get to go into one of my favorite things of the year, presentation of the Margie, I just blanked on the name, the
Marjorie.
Marjorie Connor Spirit Award, thank you. This year, this yearly presentation, it's been happening since 2002, correct? And we are truly thankful to the Connor family for the opportunity to acknowledge a dedicated Special Olympics athlete. So Julie, who's our program supervisor of the Mcdonough County Special Recreation Association, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much for allowing us to take time to be able to recognize some of our wonderful, excellent athletes as well as participants with our Macomb, Mcdonough County Special Recreation Association. Since 2002, the Connor family, who you see in mass here, which we're so excited to have in person, they bestowed the sought-after honor of the Marjorie Connor Spirit Award to one most deserving Special Olympic athlete of the Mcdonough County area. How did that all start? Marjorie was a wonderful individual who had this great positive team spirit. This is a wonderful picture of her that we have in our MCSRA office to help us remind everybody, as well as our wonderful athletes, about what sportsmanship and team spirit is all about. And so by the great support of the Connor family, we created a Spirit Award. So once a year, we open up nominations to the public through our Facebook page, as well as nominations with our staff and volunteers and staff with the Park District, to choose an individual who shows that wonderful sportsmanship and spirit, always being that great positive teammate within our area. Usually it is a Special Olympics athlete, but because we didn't really have a lot of Special Olympics last year because of that dang COVID, we decided to broaden our area a little bit more and went into anybody who participated in our programs. So we had 5 different nominations, and then everybody voted on those 5 different nominations. And I would like to proudly announce that I'm so excited that our Marshall Woodside is our 2021 Marjorie Connor Spirit Award recipient. So the tradition is to not only have a wonderful plaque that he gets to bring home, but also the coveted green windbreaker that has the Marjorie Connor Award on it, as well as the participant's name that they will be able to wear proudly during our different activities and competitions. So thank you very much, Connor family, for supporting this great cause, as well as this wonderful organization that I'm so proud to be able to serve our community. And Marshall, I'm super excited to be able to present this to you. Yeah, Marshall!
Thank you. Good.
You're welcome. Good job, Marshall.
Thank you.
Get some official photos, shall we? Should we do some official photos? And so we're going to take for those in internet land, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. So bear with us here. I think we are ready to head back.
It says on air.
I think we've been on air.
Have we been on air the whole time?
Sure, she's
It's been
got the
on.
volume up, though.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And we are back. We are on item number 6. Conduct a public hearing for the issuance of park bonds for park purposes for the payment of outstanding obligations of the district and for the payment of expenses incited thereto. So at, let's see, what time is it? 6:16. I'm officially opening for a public hearing. And there is no one in attendance for a public hearing. So now I would like to move to close the public hearing.
So move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Edwards,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamage,
Aye.
Commissioner Ham,
Aye.
Commissioner Selders,
Aye.
Commissioner Weiss.
Aye. Okay. Well, that was easy. Okay, moving on to the president's report. Quickly, I'd like to state, so last month we met with,
Campfire Concepts?
David first.
talking about the
Oh, David
David.
Pistorius.
David Pistorius. There were a couple commissioners that were unable to attend, so just to let you all know, so we have an opportunity to save some money. That's always a nice thing, right? So by refinancing our 2015 debt certificates, and then after everything is paid off from that, we actually are going to have a savings of $27,000 with that. Is there anything to add with that?
It's their estimated savings. It could be more, could be a few dollars less, but
Sure.
Yeah.
So
real savings, which is great.
now we did already vote on that last month, but I just wanted to give you guys a courtesy, let you know what the plan is. So, but it's always nice to save a little money. So. All right, so with that being said, that's all I have, President's report. So let's move on to the Director's report.
Okie dokie. All right, well, I had the opportunity right after our board meeting to attend Town and Gown. If you remember, we did order a Rocky dog. Ours, we were lucky enough to get the one that all the staff voted on, so we got Monet's Water Lily dog. The day before the Town and Gown event, I met with our friend Dave Thompson, who informed me that Dan and Linda O'Neill decided they would like to donate their Rocky dog to the Jackie and Dave Thompson Dog Park, which you can see pictured here. So we are now going to have 2 Rocky dogs. The Monet will be placed at Everly Park in front of the sign nearest the pond. We thought that would be a great way to welcome in students and kind of show community. And then love the idea of having the Rocky dog that the O'Neills are donating outside of the dog park. I think that'll be a fun feature for kiddos to play on, and they may hopefully not be so enticed to come into the dog park to play with the dogs that they don't know. So, and then I would be remiss not to congratulate our good friend, Dr. Jeremy Robinette, who has done so many amazing things with the Park District, volunteering and bringing his classes into our programs and events. He did win the 2021 Town and Gown event for his services to the community, and I think that was extremely well deserved. So I'd like to take that moment to congratulate him and all of his work bringing university to Macomb. So was very excited. I signed the deed for Citizens Plaza on Friday. A huge thank you to Citizens Bank for their donation of Citizens Plaza to the Macomb Park District. We're thrilled to bring that property under our umbrella. We are going to have a ribbon cutting this coming Monday, October 25th at 11:30. We wanted to try to get that in as quick as possible before the snow fell. So last couple of years, it's been on Halloween, so I'm not trying to jinx anything. Just saying. But yeah, we are thrilled to have that property be part of the Macomb Park District family, and thank Citizens Bank for their trust and donation of that land. So plenty to come there. You know how I like a blank canvas, so we'll see what I come up with. Moving right along, our Push for Parks partners. This month's Free Range Yoga has been our partner. They've done something a little bit more unique. They've done a raffle the whole month. They've been selling raffle tickets, 1 ticket for $5 or 5 tickets for $20. They have over $300 worth of prizes that one can win. Yoga classes. We donated a clay camp kit, so a lot of fun things. And then they are doing their raffle prize drawing at Free Range Yoga on October 23rd, this coming Saturday. We'll do a brief presentation on the Patton Park project, so we appreciate the opportunity to tell the community more about the progress and the plans that are going to be made. But the full proceeds from the raffle prize drawing goes to the Patton Park project. So thank you so much to Dawn and her generous support of this project. And we are looking forward to next month. We are partnering with Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. More to come on that in the near future. We had an opportunity to host a ribbon cutting on October 5th for our newly opened Lakeview Story Walk. Thank you to the Chamber for hosting that with us. And thank you to everybody who showed up. That's quite a drive. We understand. Quite a drive. It's 7 to 10 minutes. But, you know, we're from Macomb. But we were thrilled to get that feature finally completed. Our staff have been working on that for over a year. I'm sure you remember me saying on a couple of occasions how upset I was the library beat us to that by getting theirs done first, but it's fine. But yeah, we were thrilled to have this. So thank you to Natalie and Whitney Christoph for their work on this piece. It's an amazing permanent element now out at Patton. I'm so used to that. Out at Lakeview. And while we were there for the ribbon cutting, Lori Bilbrey shared a pretty fascinating statistic about families who live in a low-income category, that only 1 in 600 youth who live in low income have access to books. So she thanked the Park District for our commitment to making literacy a priority. And I just thought that was a profound statistic. So, and obviously we'd love to thank the Illinois Arts Council for the grant that they reached out to us to provide for this opportunity. So this element is partially supported by a grant from the Illinois Arts Council agency. And I'm also thrilled to announce some exciting news I found out yesterday. The Macomb Park District has received another Illinois Arts Council grant for our fiscal year 2022. Just a general operating grant. We received our first year of that last year, and we reapplied and have received that funding again, and a little bit of an increase. So last year it was $2,200. This year it's $2,500. So we must be doing something right, and we greatly appreciate their continued support. Natalie Shelley does a lot with the arts, and Carissa Hagan does a lot with our musical arts, so we're thrilled to have their continued support. Yeah. Some upcoming events and programs. Prairie Pumpkin Hunt is happening out at Lakeview Nature Center, or Nature Area now through November 1st. October 21st, another installment of Noticing Nature out at Lakeview Nature Area from 3:30 to 4. In the very near future, we're going to start winterizing bathrooms. But I want everybody to know Lakeview is open year-round. Once the gates are closed, because we're no longer allowing access close to the building, there are parking spots outside of the gate. So by all means, still park there, enjoy the space. It is available. The deadline to register for wheel throwing is October 27th. That is a 6-week course. Another fabulous program put on by Natalie Shelley. Bark in the Park, we had the opportunity to partner with the Humane Society and bring back the dog costume contest, and there's a slew of other things, but that's what everybody seems to be excited about, so I'm thrilled. October 30th from 9 to 12 at Veterans Park, They're going to have all sorts of activities going, a photo booth, police canine demonstration, doggy contests like best costume, best trick, longest snout. Why not? And a slew of fun prizes for everybody, face paintings. So this is part of the Humane Society's Raising the Woof campaign as they raise funding for a new animal shelter. So the proceeds from this event do not benefit the Park District at all. We don't see a dime. This all goes to the Humane Society, and we're thrilled to be a part of that much needed cause. So again, October 30th, Veterans Park, Bark in the Park event. And then last, but certainly not least, our second annual Wizard Quest. Our AmeriCorps fellow Rock Loxley has created this entire world called Macomb School of Magic, and has not only developed the storyline behind it that is based solely on Mcdonough County history, which is phenomenal, but also an event and a game that will hopefully be released in December, a card game, and also is building statues with the Western Art Department. Each of them are to represent the relics that represent each of the 4 houses. So he really has developed a world of an extension of the Macomb Park District in Mcdonough County, which is phenomenal. So October 31st at the Glenwood Stone Shelter from noon to 4. Please go out there and kind of just see what this is all about. It's really a fantastical thing that he's done. And, you know, I think everybody who goes out there will really enjoy it. So, quick update on Patton Park work. The precast bathroom, hopefully work will begin on that in the next couple of weeks. We are still a little bit behind schedule because of the manufacturer, but I think they're on the final stages, so we should start to see construction out there in the next week or two. Jeff Hoyt and I went out to Bames Nursery to pick out trees for not only the dog park, but also a few of the trees that will go along Grant Street as part of the vegetative buffer, and just a few shade trees in the park, one of our tribute trees. So those will be planted in the next 2 weeks, fingers crossed. Carrie over at Bames is very particular about when she will take the trees out. She wants to give them the best chance at survival, which we appreciate. So until they start to show signs of dormancy, she won't remove them from the ground. She's the expert. We'll just say, yes, ma'am. Shout out to Ryan Hansen in Spring Lake Park. The day after we went and picked out the trees, he reached out and said he would like to donate to the trees in the dog park. So he paid it in full for all 4 trees in the way of $640 for the trees in the dog park. So thank you so much to Ryan. That was a very generous and unexpected gift. I will be meeting with Carrie from Bames on Friday to discuss a plethora of things. Meditative garden is the main thing we'll be discussing, but I've told her some of the things that we're going to be doing, and she wants to make sure that we do them right. So we're going to be discussing the vegetative buffer. Again, we're going to talk about wetland restoration. She's pretty excited about some of the things she's heard us doing out there, and the fact that we're going to be so pollinator focused on the garden. So she's generously offered to give us some guidance with some of those extra things. I'll be meeting with another Carrie, Carrie McKillop, on November 2nd. I was introduced to her by Chris Enroth, our partner over at U of I Extension Office. He was in a meeting and heard about this colleague, Carrie, doing some work on green infrastructure. She had received a grant to work with small communities in building a plan for green infrastructure throughout the community. So he had remembered me talking about it a couple years ago and set us up. And so we're going to get the chance to meet on November 2nd and discuss the potential for the Macomb Park District to have a green infrastructure strategic plan, which is very, very exciting and very timely. Whitney Christoph, our graphic designer, obviously, she is currently working on revamping the Push for Parks website. We've had a lot of things completed, a lot of things now decided on how these things are going to progress over the next 3 to 6 years, funding depending. So everybody has a new website to look forward to in the Push for Parks page, especially, she said by the end of this week. We randomly throw things at her all the time that she doesn't expect. So, you know, in the next week or two, there should be a new Push for Parks page going live. And then last but certainly not least, you remember we received a grant from the Morton Arboretum for a tree inventory in collaboration with the city of Macomb. So that work is going to start the week of October 25th. So if you see people in the park that look like they are measuring our trees or looking at it funny, they are doing their jobs. Please don't bother them. But if you see GRAF, GRAF, on the truck or the shirt, those people are working with us in the city to do a tree inventory and let us know about the health of our trees, which is something we definitely need to have record of. So I think that's it for now.
All right. Thank you, Director Lenz. Any questions or comments? Okay. All right. Item agenda number 9, consideration and possible action on Campfire Concepts strategic plan proposal. I tell you, I'm just continue to be thoroughly impressed with Jared, who's the president, and I'm not even going to try. I always mess up on his last name.
Yeah.
But he and his
I think it's
team.
Schuneman, but I'm not sure.
Schueman?
Yeah, close
Sounds good
enough.
to me. Jared and his team at Campfire Concepts, they just are top notch. And I don't remember what month it was, but we did vote
Oh, wait, it was back in May of 2020.
May of 2020, and that passed on a roll call of 5 yays to 0 nays. However, it's a lot more elaborate, more detailed from the previous proposal that was sent out. It was sent to all of you via email. The only thing I wanted to, before I open it up to the rest of you to discuss, I like everything that they have proposed. I would like to maybe exclude the branding side, the brand audit and the style guide. Whitney, who was just mentioned earlier by Rachel, she's been doing a really good job for the Park District with branding, for branding wise. So that was really the only thing that I wanted to say as far as the proposal of the strategic plan. Do any of you have any comments or questions in regards to the strategic plan? Yes, Russ.
From my memory, and you just mentioned, and I had an earlier discussion with Rachel, the previous one that we had discussed and voted on was for like a year, an annual thing. So that's why some of the prices are a little higher. I understand that. Also, I want to make sure for the record that that we've done this in the past, but it's been a while since we've had an outside agency. Rachel, do you remember the date or time period that was last done, who it was, or any details?
Well, I don't remember.
You
who
wouldn't
it
know
was.
because you weren't here.
I think it was Leisure Vision, but don't quote me on that. And it was back in 2003 that we did a general strategic plan. There have been a couple. I think one was in 2013, and there was one other one, but it was specific to a pool facility. We did that with the YMCA and the city of Macomb.
Okay.
So it didn't give us this fuller overview of parks, recreation, demographics. That what? So a little different. 2003 was the last one.
Okay, thank you.
I'm looking for my printout here, because I did have. Here we go. On cost. So right now it's standing at $29,000 that's for, with all their services, well, their fee that for all the services. And that's not excluding my suggestion of the brand audit and the brand style guide. And again, that's something I don't know if we want to discuss any further as far as the branding side of things, because again, I think Whitney has done an excellent job of handling all that stuff for the Park District.
I would agree.
So if we exclude,
26,050.
I'm sorry,
26,050.
26,050. So it's kind of, yeah, that's where we're at. Is there any questions or concerns? Because it's a good chunk of change. But I think this is a necessity for us to move forward as a park district.
And again, it is a requirement that we as a park district are supposed to submit at some point in time.
Requirement
you-
is a strong
Requirement.
word. So the reason that we pushed for it so hard last year was because of the OSLAD grant being released. And one of the things that they discuss, and a lot of granting agencies ask for, is proof of where there's like need in your community, or where's the documentation that says this isn't a Rachel Lenz idea, this is a Macomb Park District idea. And we don't have that in writing besides our vision statement. So that was the original idea behind the 1 year. And now that we're past COVID, doing a standard 5 to 10 year is necessary. When I applied for OSLAD and I did a pre-interview with the two representatives, they asked me how old our comprehensive master or strategic plan was. And I said 2003. They said, get it done. Yes, ma'am.
So we're looking at updating and becoming current with the
Yeah.
normal operation of a park district.
Yeah, best
This would be
practice,
normal
yeah.
practice. Okay,
Yep.
thanks again.
Absolutely.
And again, this entity, these guys, they know what they're doing. So,
They also administer a lot of grants. IDNR.
yes. Well, I'm sorry, I was
Oh, you
referring
were
to
saying-
Campfire
I was
Concepts.
back
But
on the
yes,
dollars.
yes,
I'll mind my
IDNR,
business.
yeah, they obviously know what they're talking about. So, yes, so yeah, it's definitely something that we need to do. And I would rather us spend the money to have it done right than us try to hobble through it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's that in a nutshell. So, and it allows us to do things like the OSLAD funding and others. So I think it's pretty darn important.
Okay.
Any other concerns or comments?
I would like to then move that a motion that we do go in contract with Campfire Concepts to provide the services that are on the list, excluding the two provisions there that were discussed, and I had that there in a second.
The brand audit and the brand style guide. Yeah. So there's been a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
And make sure in the motion, sorry, I'm out of order, but make sure that it's 26,050 that we're looking at.
26,050.
Excluding the brand style guide and the brand audit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes. Any other discussion before I ask for roll call? Roll call vote.
Okay. Commissioner Gamage.
Aye.
Commissioner Ham.
Aye.
Commissioner Selders.
Aye.
Commissioner Weiss.
Aye.
Commissioner Edwards.
Aye.
All right. And congratulations to Campfire Concepts.
Congratulations to Macomb.
And congratulations to us. Absolutely. This is great. This is great to get us to move forward and to continue to provide for the community. Okay. Let's see where we at. Item number 10, distribution and discussion of executive director's annual review packet.
So I emailed this all to you in advance now that we're all electronic, so no distribution current. But earlier in the year, I provided you each with a annual goals list, which are all listed on this sheet, Molly, seeing how you did not get that one. Most of you will notice that there is an additional goal listed. During that meeting, it was voted that I make sure continuing the strategic plan was part of my annual goals list. So that was added in addition to what you guys originally got. But just to go through these really quickly, green infrastructure and practices, COVID kind of put a halt on our big implementation of that with going plastic free and styrofoam container free and to-go container free. So we'll get back to that, but very excited about the elements that we were able to include in the Patton Park project, looking at stormwater runoff and pollinator plots and just the different amenities that we can include in that. But also this partnership with the U of I Extension Office through Chris Enroth and Carrie, and looking at getting us a strategic plan to implement green infrastructure throughout the Park District. Begin the development of the Patton Park renovation. Crushed it. Moving on. No, I'm sorry. We secured multiple partners throughout this year. I think we've had a Push for Park partner every month, minus February. So I'm pretty proud of the district for that and the outreach that's been done. And we've raised over $5,000 in that. We've had multiple opportunities to get community members involved through our tribute trees, our memorial bench program. This number is now out to date because we've received donations since I wrote this on Friday. So thank you to the members who continue to donate to the Patton Park project. It just continues to give me fuel to, this is what the community wants and this is where we should continue to push. So we did execute the first facility naming rights with Jackie and Dave Thompson for the dog park. So we are very thankful to them. Secured a member initiative through Representative Noreen Hammond in the way of $250,000 and submitted a 137-page, I will continue to say that number, grant for $360,000. And something that I did not get added into this because it was just done on Monday, I submitted a grant to Dot Foods Charitable for $100,000 towards the Patton Park project. So we are moving, or we're trying to anyway. That is on the fundraising side. Obviously for development, I won't go through this. You guys have all been here for those pieces. Goal 3, develop and initiate financial innovation plan for district-wide practice. I would say the biggest piece of this is working with our department supervisors. They've all done a great job at cutting back our personnel expenses, really strategically organizing their to-do lists and seeing what's actually necessary for us to do and what is us just being extra so that we can, give the most to the community and saving dollars so that those dollars can spread. So that was a huge undertaking by our department supervisors, and I congratulate them on, I think, a successful first year of cutting back expenses. And then, we're working on developing our wedding contracts and appealing to those who want to get married in our parks and really developing a more strategic plan for them. I keep using strategic plan because it's on my mind. That's not the right word. We've got a contract.
There you go.
We got policies and procedures.
There you go.
We get you pretty pictures. Anyway, weddings, that's something we're trying to do more of, specifically at Lakeview Nature Area. That space is so beautiful. So inviting people out there to see the potential for their big day. and then more targeted marketing efforts, taking platforms off of our list of expenses that just really aren't performing anymore. Continued park modifications. This is on top of everything that we've done at Patton this year. Obviously, the Lakeview Nature Area Story Walk, consisting of 20 storyboards. Thank you again to the Illinois Arts Council Agency. 18 new disc golf baskets for the Everwood Disc Golf Course. The Mischief Spinner out at Ball 4. We contracted with Aquatic Control for the Patton Pond maintenance. We will be continuing that contract, extending it to Everly Pond for 2022, so they'll do Everly and Patton for us. The new security truck and accessible van. And then the few that are on my goals list every year: cultivating relationships with local legislator. I can't talk enough about Noreen Hammond and just how she continues to support us. I did have the opportunity to meet Representative Dan Swanson, who would be our new representative if the redistricting goes through. Randomly, he knows a family member of mine, so we got to talking about that. It's lovely. Small towns. And then Jill Tracy has also been a great support of ours. So let's see. Goal 6, cultivate community relationships. My list is there. I don't want to go through all of that and bore you guys, but I do try to maintain a presence in the community. And I'm thrilled to be a part of the committees that continue to have me, especially Mcdonough County CEO. I think that is such a powerful program. So I've done a variety of presentations to groups and classes throughout the year, attended a variety of events. I think it's very important for us to have a presence at events where community organizations support us, and then a whole bunch of other engagements and grants. So it's been a busy year. I'm thrilled to have gotten through as much as we have, and I really cannot thank my team enough. On the weeks that I had to close myself in my office to get some of the paperwork done, the park districts didn't burn down, so they could do just fine without me. I appreciate their work. So, and then obviously the strategic plan. Thank you all for that, bringing that full circle and getting that paperwork taken care of so we can get started on continuing to make a difference in this community.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for everything. It's a list that continues to grow, which is nice. I mean,
It's nice.
nice for the community.
It's nice.
Hopefully it's not overbearing you.
Not yet.
Good. I like to
You'll
hear
know.
that. Oh, I'm sure I will.
No.
Sure I will.
No, it's a lot of fun. Oh, and I forgot to mention always, I did provide also a list of my memberships and expenses for the year. So that's the other sheet that you guys have.
Right, and I'm trying to recall, do we need to vote on, because, no, we do not, because we have asked you to be in these
Yeah.
groups, so
Yep.
we do not need to vote
That was
on-
if I were
on
to-
the expenses.
Try to go to NRPA again or something like that, in addition to what you guys have already
Right.
approved. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay. All right, any questions or comments you would like to ask Director Lenz?
I'd like to just make it for the record, we really appreciate the time and effort that you're providing, the energy. It's such a good positive, and it's good, and it's just what the community is looking for during these times. COVID's been very, tough on us, and we've still been able to run programs for the community youth. And again, I want to, thank you for your work and time that you've put in for this community. Rachel,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Well said, Russ. Thank you. Okay. Where are we at? Number 11, discussion and possible action on naming an official delegate for Iapd business meeting. So I'm trying to remember. Oh, Emily, that was you last year, correct?
What was that? That was me.
Yes, it was online. If I remember, yes?
Yes.
So I believe our next person in line would be,
Whoa.
wait, oh, wait.
We voted on her for 2 years.
Oh, that's right. It's a 2-year stint. So I guess the question is, one, can you, right? Because we need to know. And
We
that date
put it
was-
on the agenda just in case it was not feasible for you to leave currently for a weekend.
Right.
Oh, well, that's probably pretty
Because that would have been, that will be
January
January,
27th through the 29th.
yeah.
Which you don't have to answer today. We
Yeah.
have put it off before.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we-
I'm talking. I'm going to stop.
No, please do,
Fear in your
because,
eyes made me want to talk.
so January 27th through the 29th. So we can wait on a decision, just throwing it out there. Do we have an alternate? We would probably need to vote on an alternate, correct?
Once we get our delegate, yeah, Molly would be next in line.
Yeah, do you want to kind of explain to us what that kind of involves a
eyes,
little
too.
bit, Phil, so she's not overwhelmed or just,
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
can you just kind
She
of
doesn't know what we're voting on.
Oh, sure.
generally explain to her what we're talking about as this representative for IPAD?
Right, so, yeah, so it's a multi-day event up in Chicago. And at the end of the 2-day, there's a,
Yeah, so it's a state conference, all based on RPTA education. You can hear from different professionals around the state. It's not just saying it, like, this is what other states say. This is by far the best conference in the nation, better even than NRPA, which I've been to that one virtually once, and it's valuable, but IPRA's and Iapd's conference is phenomenal. So as our newest commissioner, it would be only prudent for you to be the next after Emily. But it is, yeah, it's a 3-day conference, 2.5.
Two
You
and
go
a
up
half.
for 3 days. And at the end, they do an all district, all park districts, all forest preserves, they come to the Iapd annual meeting, and we have a delegate who is then our representative to vote on whatever matters occur. So,
and I know that's potentially tough for both of you. Another, well, not a new mom, you're mom, always mom, but new baby, and of course, high school teacher. So, just throwing it out there, so we'll,
This is an exceptionally difficult year for me. I mean, I'm very interested. Sure, you couldn't ask them to do this in like July or something. I feel like with Emily and I would be in a little bit different place then, but okay,
Right.
I appreciate
So
being
we'll-
told about it. It sounds fabulous.
we're gonna.
I am concerned about time-wise this year
Sure.
specifically.
And it's something we can hold off and discuss this more
yeah, we can
at
take this.
our November meeting.
Yeah. If you guys need to check on things.
Yeah, so, we just wanted to let you all know what's up.
Gotcha.
Any other discussion in regards to an official delegate for IAPD? All right. And finally,
So
I'm sorry.
officially tabling it to the November meeting.
Yes, let's table it. I'm sorry.
Nope, that's
Yes.
okay, just checking.
Are you guys fine with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so moving on to item 12, open commissioner presentation and discussion of future agenda items. Anyone have anything they would like to discuss? Hearing none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Forgot to say aye myself. Opposed? And we stand adjourned. Thank you all so much.